Hello, good day. My name is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Our company specializes in helping mom and pop investors, especially those individuals that works full time, regardless of where they live. So we help them to buy out of state, remote, turnkey investment properties, mainly single family homes, but some duplex, some triplex, and some fourplex. And that is the limit of how we go. So I help investors to create a real estate portfolio, buy multiple properties over time. So eventually keep the property uh, long-term buy and hold, and they can retire off the cash flow. They can retire off the passive income and still achieve equity growth. So it's a long-term buy and hold strategies, and that's the uh, that's the methodology. All right, so I've been doing it for the past 15 years, and once again, the fastest growing way to build real estate wealth, in my opinion, is using the single family home investing methodology. Single family home is the best asset class for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but a lot of you has been watching YouTube videos about investing. There's so much information out there. I know every YouTube people out there, including myself, try to pitch what they want to have people to enter into. So real estate is such a wide spectrum. There's so many ways to invest in real estate, right? They are wholesaling, they are flipping, they are buying storage unit. Some people promote multi-units. I know, right? That is our motivation as a YouTube entertainers, if you will. So wherever you're located, it does not matter where you physically work. You have the ability to buy out of state properties, and using a turnkey system where it's done by a team of people. Each particular property are managed uh, by a by a consultant out there, by the realtor out there. They have in-house property managers. They have in-house rehab team, in-house title company, and insurance company, and appraiser. Everything available to do everything for you. So you essentially, when you buy a physical asset, when you buy a single family home up to 4 unit under your name, you can still become a passive investor. You're not going to be, you know, managing the tenant, pre-screening the tenant. You can do very little of that. The property manager do all that for you. So whether you want to buy one rental properties, one cash flow properties out there, or multiple property, or 5 or 10 or 15 properties out there over time, you do not really need to quit your job, your full-time job. You can still become a part-time investor and have a portfolio of 5, 10, 15, 20 single family home, residential investing, even some duplex and fourplex along the way, into buying different markets, buying cash flow markets. So you have not been getting this kind of information. In order to buy a property with 25% down payment, that's ideal for investor. Uh, you need to cash flow. So you need to run the numbers. I use the rent to value ratio, the 1% rule. $100,000 investment property multiplied by 1% equal $1,000 in monthly rent. That is a 1% rule. However, the 1% rule makes sense for $100,000 property and below. But if we want to buy a property in a single family home rental for 150 to 200 to 220,000, you may not be able to reach the 1% rule. You may reach like a little bit less than 1%, like 0.06 or 0.07 or 1%. So let me give one example. You want to buy a property for $150,000, new construction, whatever. The realistic monthly gross rent projection is around 1,300. All right. If you put 25% down, you will have positive cash flow. I will give you more details on it. So if you want to buy $200,000 single family home, for example, new construction, right? You need a rent for around 1,550, maybe 1,600, right? Then you will put 20 to 25% down payment, and then you will be able to achieve positive cash flow. All right, now you understand the basic fundamentals of it. All right, so with that in mind, I'm gonna go over some detail. And today, I'm gonna talk about Austin, Texas. All right, so just bear with me. All right, I have around 5 slides. I'm not gonna keep this presentation longer than 15 minutes, right? So I'm going to talk about, look, I'm not physically married to any one specific market. I help investors, regardless of the location, regardless of where they live, to buy out of state, unless they live in the area that we are promoting in the area. So they don't have to be out of state. They could be, very close by. But again, remote, out of state, turnkey investment methodology, right? Where you rely on a team to do mostly everything for you, and you can become passive. So let's talk about Austin, Texas. Some of you may not know, but unless you've been hiding under a cave these past couple of years, Austin, Texas, and Central Texas in general has been doing great. By the way, we've been helping our investors to buy investment positive cash properties in the Austin, Texas area for the past 10 years. So you may have seen recent YouTube entertainers out there promoting their market. In this case, Austin, Texas. That's fine. Okay, I'm okay with that because everybody have access to provide whatever services they want. But you notice most of those realtors out there, they don't understand the investment component of buying a property in Austin, Texas. When they create their videos, they just lump everybody together. They mainly sell it for home buyers. They're going to go to Austin to live, but I am focusing on, as a real estate investor, there's a sweet spot in terms of price point you should target, right? Don't fall in love with higher end properties in Austin, Texas, because the numbers simply does not make sense. Once again, you're not going to hear that from those people that are promoting Austin right now. They just lump everybody together. They want people to buy a home to live there. So some people buy a home to live there. They want to buy a $1 million home in Austin, or 500,000 or whatever. All right. So with that said, let me tell you what's going on with the current market conditions in Austin, Texas. Okay. So you understand what's going on, so you can truly determine how to maneuver in this very challenging investment landscape in Austin, Texas. So, uh, so uh, I don't know how to put it. Let me say this. Austin, Texas is a metro, like 50-mile radius. You have the downtown Austin, then you have a lot of surrounding areas. But I'm not going to give you too much detail. Okay, again, my presentation is very limited. I mean, what you have been seeing is very low inventory because of the mass migration of people coming into Austin, people from California, people from New York, people in different part of the country. Is really high tech, right? You have Tesla with Elon Musk, then you have Oracle, moving the headquarters from San Francisco Bay Area into Austin, and a whole bunch of high tech companies. You have Apple's new campus being built. It's just Austin is really the high tech hub of the South, if you think about it. So it's a massive migration going on. Austin is #1 fastest growing metro in the country. And it's truly epic growth that's going on. So with that in mind, as an investor, if you want to buy property in Austin right now, good luck, because it's very, very hard to get one, because we're seeing multiple offers, right? I mean, we're seeing so many people want to move to Austin. So over the past 1 year, since last year, 2020, now 2021, we're seeing multiple offers. We're seeing like whenever I 3 bedroom, 2 bath, single family home, like maybe 1,500 square foot, when seller lists the property for $250,000, then you have like 50 to 100 offers, right? Multiple offer situation, and people bidding 10, 20, 30% above list price. So you have homes in the Austin area and the surrounding, Round Rock or Georgetown or Buda or Kyle uh, or a lot of the surrounding cities within 20 and 30 miles away. I mean, it just is everywhere. I mean, just the bidding war just is totally insane. It is crazy. $200,000 property or bid up, uh, it sells for 275,000. A $300,000 homes are sold for 375,000. A $500,000 home in Austin Metro sells for uh, uh, $500,000 home sell for 625,000. I mean, it's insane. I even $1 million home are getting multiple offers, and it sells for like 1.3. I mean, just totally insane. In Austin Metro, there are like 2 to 3 weeks of inventory available, whereas a 6 months inventory is a normal market, right? We're not seeing a normal market. It's just furthermore, so it's just crazy, right? I mean, a lot of people are being bid out in the market. So let's get back to as an investor. Okay, I know it's very hard for you to maintain discipline, right? By the way, uh, not only the resale homes are hot, it's just getting multiple offers in all over Austin Metro, but new builds, the new construction, they are not selling to investors. Most of the new builds in the Austin area, and whenever they release 10 or 20 homes on a particular week, uh, they get all bought out. And there are hundreds and hundreds of people bidding for 10 lots. So that's that's the that's the problem what you're seeing. So as an investor, can you overcome the challenge of builders not selling you the new homes? They totally locked out investors. And if you from out of town as a risk investor, you try to buy the resale homes, good luck, right? You're not going to be able to compete in the local market. It's so time consuming. Those resale homes are being bid out. So very, very difficult as an investor. There's no new construction available for you because lumber prices prices are skyrocketing, and the new builders in Austin Metro are increasing their prices every month. It seems it's just totally crazy. So I'm going to ask you to temper your excitement and try to focus on a specific price point. But it's right. It's really too bad because a lot of my past investors, they didn't pull the trigger 2 or 3, 4 years ago in Austin, Texas. Although we've been promoting Austin for all these years, but for a few of you that pulled the trigger in the past year and prior to that as well, you are reaping tremendous amount of appreciation. So, I'm gonna ask you to create this methodology. All right. Since we are in the Austin market, look, our investment company, the Yee Real Estate Network, we have been assisting investors to buy different markets. So I'm not married to any one particular market, including Austin, Texas. Austin is just one market area that we are promoting investment properties to our investors. They need to buy in different areas to create the multiple real estate purchase acquisition portfolio strategy. All right. So having said that, so in order for you to, the sweet spot to buy, the price point is for investors right now is around $250,000. Okay. All right. I'm laughing because you're not going to find any single family home, new construction homes that are priced at 250. They are $250,000. They're long gone. Okay. But since we have connections, my team in Austin, Texas, for the over the years, have some really exclusive connections with new builders. And my team in Austin over the years, they have off-market properties available for investors to buy, right? So you do not have to play the multiple listing service game, meaning you do not have to play the resale game where you, as an investor, you are among the rest of the buyers out there, uh, try to submit 50 to 100 offers per house. Don't play that game. So you use our services. We have connections with very limited of builders in the Austin metro market where they will allow you to buy as an investor. Okay, you have access only through our network, if you will, right? So all you have to do is, again, at the bottom of this video, you can see our website. Just click our website and just log in your email into our weekly newsletter database, and we will give you additional information about how to buy off-market properties, new builds that will allocate a portion of their inventory to our investors only, bypass that resale game, the multiple offer game. Does that make sense? All right, with that said, okay, I spent too much time, so I'm only gonna give you 5 more minutes, all right? Then, so Texas is America's economic engine. Central Texas, I mean, we're talking the Austin and San Antonio corridor. So you buy a single family home investment property in Central Texas, you need to think long-term, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, even beyond, all right? So that's the mindset you should have. So again, Austin, San Antonio corridor is the mega region. In the next 10 to 15 years, there will be approximately 40% population growth in this region. So you buy for the long term, you buy for job growth, for in-migration, and for population growth and all the extra amenities and benefits associated with in this unique market. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, all right? So the kind of property you should buy, they are available right now still. In this example, like 1 hour. So you have to buy in the outskirts of Austin Metro. You cannot, look, the median price of Austin is like almost 450,000. It's crazy, right? I mean, the tremendous rampant appreciation that's been happening in the past 12 months. So a lot of areas you need to just stay away, right? Buy something less than 200 grand if you can. So you have to buy, further away from Austin proper, right? So in this case, for example, Temple, which is an hour north of Austin, you could still buy new construction for a mere 181,000 or maybe 200,000. And if the rent is like 1,600, is in this case, you put 25% down payment as an investor, getting a great loan at a historical low interest rate and what have you. You can still cash flow. See at the bottom in the right hand corner, you can have a positive cash flow of 316,000. So you buy for decent cash flow, not the great cash flow, but you buy for equity appreciation down the road. All right. So this is one example of the numbers. Another example, you buy in another area of Austin within, again, 1 hour, like 45 minutes north of Austin. Again, for $209,000, it rents for $1,500 to $1,535. You put 25% down payment, and at the lower right-hand corner, you have a positive cash flow of $158 per month after all the debt obligation deductions, right? So that's the realistic. This is the number you're looking for, right? So don't chase the high-end homes out there $400, $600, $800,000 that are being bid up everywhere in Austin Metro. The prices are rising. So as an investor, you need to focus on your price so you can cash flow, as I indicated to you. All right. Again, another example, New Braunfels, which is like 45 minutes below Austin. They have prices for 225 brand new construction, right? We have builders that are willing to allocate their homes to investors, and we have those connections. So the rent range, as you can see, is 1490 to 1525, and right, and then you put 25% down payment, and the property tax rate is rather low, so that's good, less than 2%, which is rare in the Texas area. So you can still achieve pretty decent positive cash flow at the lower right-hand corner, $351 or about. All right. So this is a typical home, right? A nice brand new home in a very fast growing area in Central Texas. This is the investment methodology. We have property management in place, everything for you. So very, very difficult, even though we have off limits properties, even though we have connection with some builders out there that are willing to sell their new construction home to you. It's very challenging. So you buy the lots oftentimes or new construction, then it take like 6 to 9 months to build. So you have to be patient because the skyrocketing, cost of lumber and all that. So very challenging market. So as an investor, you need to understand the reality of what's out there, but you can do it. Just focus on your goal and don't give up, right? So thank you so much for listening. Sorry to make this presentation longer than that I want. That's all I have to say. Look forward to talking to you folks, and log in your email into our newsletter database on our website, and then we'll go from there. Thank you so much. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.